moment while I connect Facebook. We'll be getting started shortly. Hope all is well. All right, I think we should be live on Facebook. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Strategic Swing Trader weekly broadcast. I'm Sami Abasad, Director of Education at T3 Live. Hope you're doing well. Hope your weekend has been great. We're going to talk about the market. We're going to talk about some individual swing plays, some amazing swing ideas that I have for this week. But before we start, as always, a standard required disclaimer to let you know that trading is risky and that whatever we discuss in this video is for educational purposes only. If you're new to our channel, please be sure to download the free ebook. Link for that is in the description. But without further ado, let's turn to the charts and get started. I actually prepared a list of crypto coins that I really like, but they all popped like crazy, and the only one or two that are still okay would be the ZENI, the ZENI. No, Zen USD. Okay, Zen USD I like. And then the other one was that it may still be not too late is this is too soon, is the LCX, sorry about that, LCX USD. So a couple of crypto ideas, and the one that I like the most of the two is the ZEN USD. That looks pretty good on the daily, looks decent on the weekly. Nice big hammer and a nice location on the monthly. Okay, everything else is too late. I'm assuming, you know, Bitcoin and everything bottomed, so on a pullback those are good. I got 350, actually 343. I meant to buy 350 shares of Solana. I got filled only 343, but that's up over 10,000, so it's amazing. Anyways, that's all I'm going to say about crypto. Let's switch to the US market. So just like I said about crypto that I assume it bottomed, I'm going to say I assume we have bottomed on this drop. Okay, so down a lot to the bottom of the range, and then Friday we got the big green bar. Now if we take it out, that means we're actually going in a downtrend, which I think is unlikely. I think with this weekly uptrend, I don't think there's a way we're going to break it, meaning a sell-off will get bought. And I assume that what we saw on Friday was gonna be the bottom. Okay, I could be wrong, but if we do actually proceed to take out Friday's low, then we would be turning all out bearish. Basically, if we end up taking out, I would turn bearish. So I'm assuming Friday's low is gonna hold, and that we are gonna be bullish from here on out. I'm not saying that we are going to be up tomorrow. We may be up. I don't know if we're going to be up or not. I haven't looked at the futures, but I'm just saying I think Friday's low is going to hold. And if it is indeed going to hold, hold on one sec. Okay, then here's the swing ideas that I like long. I have the AHR, which is a REIT. The REITs don't move that much, but check this out. It's been basing since November, sometime in November, end of November of last year, and it appears to be breaking out. So I really like it higher over 30.34 with a stop. Now, I mean, one can use the tight stop 28.19 or the wide stop under the base. So I like it higher as a long-term play, above the highs with a stop under the lows around 26.50. Big stop but long-term play. Klein, that's pretty climactic, so I like it long over the base on the hourly chart with a stop either under Friday's low or better yet under the red bar's low, which is $1.90, and target about 250. So down a lot and then collapses. That's pretty good if it can take out the highs. If the plays don't trigger, then no harm, no foul. Then there's no play. It's only valid, for me at least, if the entry price is reached. In the case of FlyWire, FLYW, the entry would be over 1160 with a stop under 1060. Okay, it's about $1 stop. Like it higher. It's also an hourly breakout after a gap down. Similar to the FLYW is the GERN, but I don't think it's as good. Actually, it's better if you decide, if you use the tight stop and it ends up working out. It has a very tight stop. The tight stop that I'm talking about would be under $1.70, the entry would be over $1.82. That's a 12-13 cent stop. Target the gap fill up here. But I like the Flywire as a setup better. I think INTC might be getting bought based on the way it popped and the way it's holding up. I think there's some teeth to the rumor that it is gonna get bought. In which case, I like it higher over 24.40, no 24.50 with a stop under 22.60. It's a daily buy setup, plus it might actually end up getting bought. So just an idea, okay? 3M, I've always loved the 3M. I took it as, did it multiple times last year. We did it as an earnings play over here, held it. We did it as a breakout. So I like the 3M higher long term. Now on the daily chart, it's up 3 days in a row. So I'm hoping it actually comes in. But if you look at the monthly, it has a monthly 1, 2, 3. So I like it a lot over last month's high, which is, why is this coming up? Last month's high, which is 155.50. Stop under 141.70. I know it's a big stop, but the target is up here, about $200 on the 3M as a long-term play. It's not going to get to 200 next week or even next month, but as a long-term play. PLRX, let's switch back to the daily time frame. And it's pretty, isn't it? Trying to break out. This is an hourly-based breakout. So I like it over the base, stop under it. The 20 MA is not too far above, so that's usually my target, and that's my main issue with it. But it is really pretty, PLRX. PRCH, I wish these bars were a little bit smaller, then it would have been a more perfect 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 pattern. On the monthly, it's a beautiful transition A. So I like it higher. The entry for it would be over Friday's high or Thursday's high, 720, stop under 620, about $1 stop, exactly $1 stop. Target has plenty of room, has a lot of room to go. Don't know what the target is actually. The PRCH. SLRN is similar to the PLRX, but what's nice about it is that it's above the 20 rather than under it. See this? This is under it. So SLRN tight base breakout over the base, stop under it. So the highest point is the entry should have triggered on Friday already, basically, but I wasn't aware of it until I scanned this weekend. So over 271 with a stop under 250 and target about here, 350 or so. Maybe $3 for half and then 350 for the back half on the SLRN. Tesla, I don't know if the Tesla bottomed, but I picked up 12,000 shares of TSLA. Okay, so I don't even know for sure that it bottomed because I was really hoping the Tesla gets down to 250, which would have been that 200 on the weekly. I mean, this would have been phenomenal, phenomenal location to go long if it had made it to 250. But I don't know if it's going to make it or not. So I went ahead and picked up some TSLL, which gives me a little bit of leverage. It's 2-to-1, the Tesla. But if you like it, maybe over 297.23 one can also play it over 293.88 with a stop under Friday's low, which is 273.70. So that's the Tesla idea long, okay? Possibly bottomed. We'll find out tomorrow. And then I dropped in the list in the video description where I post my entire daily watch list. I dropped a few China names. This is one of them that I like higher long term. Now, I've talked about it before. Beautiful monthly. Another one that I like a lot is the BZ. Another one is the JD. Look at the JD monthly chart. I mean, tell me this isn't higher. And I would say you're crazy. This is higher. This looks really good to me. The only issue with it is figuring out where to enter because it's very, very sloppy. Obviously, in hindsight, oh, I should have entered here. I should have entered there, right? In hindsight, it's easy to tell where one should have entered, but in real time, this is very tough to play, and yet I love that monthly chart. So some China stocks for you. BZ is a daily buy setup, so I like it over 16. stop under 15.25. Okay, the bearish list, here it is, but I think we're probably going to have a bullish week, but I could be wrong. This one I don't think is quite ready because the 20 is still flat and it has a big stop, but ALEC, that's pretty bearish. So I like it lower under the base, but probably not for tomorrow. In fact, most of the shorts are not good for tomorrow. The AMD, those that always say, oh, it bottomed, when you have a tight downtrend, it hasn't bottomed. You know what I mean? Just don't bet against it when you have a tight downtrend. This is why I haven't been betting against the market. And I wasn't, I wasn't looking for a top because the weekly SPY and the weekly Qs has been phenomenal. This is a bullish uptrend, so I don't really bet against it unless it gets accelerates or something dramatic happens. So the same here. I don't go long something like this. So this would be kind of a 1, 2, 3 short under 98.69 with a stop under 101.80. It's far from the 20. Guess what? I'm gonna pass. For now, AMKR actually better. It's similar. It's a beautiful downtrend, but I like it more under 2050 by 2134 as a short. So AMD maybe not good enough for tomorrow for sure. AMKR a lot better. HAFN, let's take a look. This is like a 1, 2, 3, but except that Friday's bar didn't stay inside of the range of Thursday's bar. So it doesn't really qualify as a 1, 2, 3. I would need to see a little bit of a base on the hourly chart before playing the HAFN. KSS, super bearish. I mean, wow, this looks lower. In last week's video, I talked about the XRX, which I called in the newsletter. It's the same. It was very bearish trend and a base breakdown, and it worked. So far, at least, knock on wood, so far it's working. KSS reminds me of it. Very bearish. The longer it bases, the better it becomes, and then short. For tomorrow, guess what? I'm not doing anything short. None of these ideas are going to translate, or watch items are going to translate into actual plays. But what if I'm wrong about the market, that it's bottomed and we're still lower? Then maybe some of these will turn into plays tomorrow. So I still will continue to watch some bearish items, even if I really had no real interest, as of right now, at least, in playing them short. The SRE under the base, stop above it as a daily sell setup, sort of. WDC might be the nicest looking short, but I know this gap was, I think, was like a spin-off or something. Something happened. I don't think that's a real gap. Otherwise, that's a pretty good short, especially on the daily chart. Under the base, stop above the green bar's high. So that's kind of an interesting play under 48 by 50.08. $22 stop, $2.10 with plenty of room to fall, a lot of room to drop. And then the XRX, I was just talking about it, but that's not a play anymore. It's too far gone. And that's my list for tomorrow. So mostly I'm going to be focused on the longs. I have, you'll see in the newsletter tomorrow morning, I have several calls made on some of these plays, and I hope they work out. We will find out together. All right. Hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you have, be sure to hit the like button. If you have any questions, email us, info@t3live.com. And if you also leave a comment. Thank you all, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.